We're going to be reacting to another 2026 NBA mock draft. It's going to be of CBS Sports. The draft lottery ended. The combine has ended. So we're going to take a lot of these things into consideration as we look at this mock draft. See what we like, see what we don't like. And let's get right into it with pick 1, being AJ Dybantsa to the Washington Wizards. We've talked about this. It feels like the right pick. I would not be too flabbergasted, though, if Darren Peterson ended up number 1. Nonetheless, though, this is a solid pick. Peterson 2 to the Utah Jazz. If it's not AJ Dybantsa, it's Darren Peterson. If it's not Darren Peterson, it's AJ Dybantsa. Those are the 1 and 2. Do not get it twisted. I don't think the Jazz need to take a guy like Cam Boozer because you do have big, or not big depth, but you do have size in the front court already with Markkanen, with Jaren Jackson Jr., with Walker Kessler. I know Carlos Boozer is on the front office, but you really can't take that risk. It feels like too much. At 3, though, we have Boozer to the Memphis Grizzlies. It's between him and Caleb Wilson for me. I'm still deciding over that, but this is someone who had one of the best college basketball seasons of all time. No matter how they ended that season, it's going to be a good pick for the Grizzlies at 3. Caleb Wilson 4, one of my favorite prospects in this draft class. The swing skill for him is going to be that three-point jump shot, but I don't mind the mechanics. I really don't mind the mechanics for that reason. I think he could have one of the highest ceilings in this draft class. Ade Mara at 5 to the LA Clippers. Okay. You know what? I don't hate this because already I think the Clippers are in a really tough spot because at 5, you have to take someone who's not going to take the ball out of Darius Garland's hands because that is your point guard. And unfortunately, the best guards available or the best players available are all guards. All ball-needy guards at that fact. Darius Acuff Jr., Mikael Brown Jr., Kingston Flemings, LeBaron Philon. Keaton Wagler is there. I think he could play off-ball a little bit more, but I don't love him as a prospect. I don't think he should go top 5. Braden Burry is someone I have ranked above. Keaton Wagler, I like as a prospect, but I don't think his ceiling is high enough to go top 5. It's a really tough spot for the Clippers, but Ade Mara could make a lot of sense. If he has a good pre-draft workout with the LA Clippers, I think this could be maybe potentially a lock. It could be potentially a lock. They need big men badly. You lost, obviously, Ivica Zubac to the Pacers. Yannick Niederhauser looks solid, dealt with injuries to end the year. So if they fall in love with Ade Mara, I don't mind this pick at number 5. I think it's interesting, but I don't mind this pick. I think it would shake up the draft a lot. 6 is going to be Keaton Wagler to the Brooklyn Nets. I think if Darius Acuff Jr. is on the board, if Keaton Wagler, if Mikael Brown Jr. is on the board, you probably should. If Kingston Flemings, I don't think Keaton Wagler is the guy you take out of those 4. I just don't think so. I don't think so. Don't mind Keaton Wagler. He didn't test great. I already didn't love him as a prospect before. I mean, I think he's still lottery for sure, but maybe near 9, maybe near 10. Not as much 6, though. I don't mind him as a player, though. I don't mind him. Just don't think, there's a lot of guys who are taking him over. 7 is Acuff to the Kings. I would hate this for Acuff because I think it's a pretty trash situation for a guard to develop in, but the Kings get a steal at 7. I mean, this is a team that dropped, and you still get potentially someone who could be the best player in this draft class. That's a great pick. Kingston Flemings at 8 to the Atlanta Hawks. Fit-wise, maybe I prefer Mikael Brown Jr. based just off of fit. As prospect, though, I obviously do like Kingston Flemings better. But yeah, it's a toss-up. Who do you like better for the Hawks? Who do you like better as a prospect? I like Flemings as a prospect, but I do like Mikael Brown Jr. better for the Hawks specifically. It goes hand in hand. We'll see what happens. 9, though, this is what I had mocked as well. Mikael Brown to the Dallas Mavericks. If he's available, you take him. Jackson Lenneberg 10 to the Milwaukee Bucks, a pick I also had. You're trying to keep Giannis. That's our number 1 goal. Let's get him the most help we can do. Braden Burry's 11. Okay, so I dropped him in my mock draft. I thought it was potentially crazy, but I mean, here he has dropped into 11 as well. I mean, there's definitely an avenue that could happen. There's definitely is an avenue that could happen, especially if Ade Mara goes all the way up at pick number 5. That's a steal for the Warriors, though. If they get him at 11, someone who could be an immediate Moses Moody replacement. Obviously, Moses Moody injured. Hopefully, he gets well soon. But you're going to need a production replacement. And it's probably not Pat Spencer. It's probably not DeAnthony Mellon. It's probably not Guy Santos. I'm trusting Braden Burry a lot more than those guys. LeBaron Philon Jr. at 12 to the OKC Thunder. I don't love this because I talked about how I think their issues of guard play off the bench in terms of ball handling off the bench is sort of solved in AJ Mitchell just because of how amazing he's been over the last couple of weeks. I don't mind LeBaron Fillon Jr. as a prospect, but I think the OKC Thunder need to look for big help. I think Hannes Stombeck you could look at. I think Morez Johnson Jr. you could look at. Jaden Quaintance maybe. I mean, that feels high at 12. But there's better fits, I think, than we have right here. Quaintance at 13 to the Miami Heat. I mean, their best option is probably guard play, but the best guards are off the board. So obviously it's going to be tough. I don't like that pick. I don't like Quaintance to the Heat. Then we have Nate Ament to the Charlotte Hornets. I don't mind this pick as long as they're able to get one of Dalen Swain, Morez Johnson Jr., Kareem Lopez in their second first-round pick, which I think is at 17. But if you're taking two raw guys like Nate Ament and whoever you get at 18 or 17, I don't agree with that. Cam Carr at 15. Amazing combine for Cam Carr. I would not be surprised if he ends up late lottery. He really showed out. And if he kills the pre-draft workouts, I think he could be a lottery lock, potentially. We'll see what happens, though. The Bulls end this draft with Caleb Wilson and Cam Carr. Those are two picks I don't mind. Kareem Lopez, 16 to the Memphis Grizzlies. Good defender. He does have a good three-point jump shot. The percentages did drop off a little bit last year, but we've seen a big enough sample size. It's not something I'm worried about. Chris Sinak Jr. at 17 to the OKC Thunder. So you get Sinak and LeBaron Fillon. I don't know if I love that because Hannes Stombeck is still on the board. Morez Johnson Jr. is still on the board. Those are guys I would for sure prefer for the OKC Thunder. But yeah, I don't love that fit. Sturts at 18 to the Hornets. So you get Sturts and you get Ament with Morez Johnson Jr. and Dalen Swain on the board. I don't love that. I don't love that. Stombeck 19 to the Raptors. This is a really good pick. If he's available at 19, they need to be calling that immediately. Cole Pete 20 to the San Antonio Spurs. I could see them need some more energy. Someone could be a lob threat. Great touch around the rim. Would be interested to see his fit with Wemby, obviously in that front court. We have Allen Graves at 21 to the Detroit Pistons. Another prospect I do really like. I think he could go a lot higher than this as well. This is a solid pick, I think, for the Pistons. You get more shooting. I think if he ends up around the 21 or top 20 range, then he's probably going to leave college. 22 is Isaiah Evans to the Philadelphia 76ers. Christian Anderson still on the board, so maybe I prefer some guard play. But I don't mind adding more shooting, I guess. Morez Johnson Jr. 23 to the Hawks. So they end up getting Morez Johnson Jr. at 23. And they get Kingston Flemings at 8. I don't mind that draft from the Atlanta Hawks. Actually, I sort of love that. a lot. It's a good pick. 24, we have Dalen Swain to the New York Knicks. This is something I love. If the Knicks end up getting Dalen Swain at 24, that would be insane. That would really be insane. This is a great pick. This is a guy who I have ranked near lottery. 25, Henry Vassar to the Lakers. I think this is also what, if I'm not mistaken, ESPN had as well. Okay, would not mind that. Ibuka Corey, 26 to the Nuggets. They do need some more guard play. They're potentially going to be moving on from a lot of guys this offseason. If you like a Corey at 26, you should take him. Amari Allen at 27. I don't like that pick. I just don't. I don't like that pick to the Boston Celtics. We have Christian Anderson at 28. Man, if Christian Anderson goes underneath Ibuka Corey, I would be very surprised. This is a steal for the Minnesota Timberwolves. You are in desperate need of guard play. Mike Conley's 90 years old. Bones Highland up in the air, to say the least. Other than that, though, you have Dante DiVincenzo, who's potentially missing all of next year. We'll see what happens. Obviously, Achilles definitely tend to, Halliburton was out for the whole year. Jason Tatum came back a couple months later, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, you need guard play desperately. If he falls to you at 28, that's going to be one of my best draft grades of draft night if that happens. Tunde Yesufu, 29 to the Cavs. You're just taking a shot right here. I don't mind it either. I don't mind it. And then 30, we have Malik Thomas to the Dallas Mavericks. I'm going to be honest, I don't love this mock draft. I think there's a lot of moves I personally would not have gone with to start. I mean, I just think that's a cool pick, so I'm not going to hate on that one. But, Quaintance at 13. The Hornets had two or multiple chances to take better players. They just didn't do it. Kristen Ack Jr. over Stomback over Morez Johnson Jr. I don't know. A little interesting. I hope you guys enjoyed though. See you guys next time. Peace.